Right guys, come back. I've unplugged everything and replugged them, hoping that's going to do the job. I don't know, because I don't know what's causing it. Sorry about that. But we will continue where we left off. If you're watching this on the VODs, I'll leave the dodgy one up as well, and then hopefully you can just see what I've done. But all I've done is open box one, bag one, really. So we will see how it goes. I think it's still doing it, I don't know why, so we're just going to have to work with it, I'm afraid, and hopefully it doesn't become too much of a problem for you all. Anyway, we're just on the first step, so we're working on the next one here, which we need 4 of these, and need 4 of these. Oh, still haven't worked this one yet, by doing these ones. This is what I mean, I'm all confused now with this. So we're going to put these under here. I guess we're building the pot to start with. These are sitting on the outside. If anyone's got any ideas what might be causing my camera to flash, do please let me know. I don't know what's going on. Right, and then these are going on top. Has anyone else got any Lego flowers? Is there any ones you recommend getting? I've got one of the orchids, and I said I've got 2 lots of the things. One of them is the wildflowers. Well, so yes, I got them a little while ago, so they're the older flowers, not any of the new ones. And then I've got one of the single roses, but I haven't got the rose bouquet yet, which I hope to get soon. Where to put this so you guys can see it and I can see it well. I think we'll just have to keep doing that. And then that way you can see it as well, isn't it? Hopefully any messages will come through to me, but as I said, everything's going a little iffy, so I don't know what's going on. So we want 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put 1 in the middle. And then looks like these ones are going around the outside edge. And then we want these 4, and they're going around the outside edge of that. Looks like they're that way. We got these funny shapes here, which is not ones I've seen on Lego before. I don't know if it's just me, but so we're flipping over. So these are going to be the feet. So it looks like they go that way and on, like that. Done it. Then we want 4 smaller ones. So it looks like we put that to the side for a second and grab this and this remaining one. And then we want these 2 and these 2. Interesting, I don't know what we're building at this point. Unless it's the inside of the vase or something. Do you want 2 2 of these, 4 of these, and 4 of these. And we are putting 2 on top of each other, like that. Like that, and 1 in the middle. And that on the end. Nope, not there. There. Repeat the process. And now we want 4 of these. That's these ones. 2 of these, and the remaining 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, 4 of these, and the 4 red ones. So I'm building 2 of the same again. So those 2 blacks in the middle, one of each of these on the end, these ones on these ends. Oh, I'll put this one on top. And then these on top of that. Oop. And that sits on the long end. So repeat that process again. About how much this hurts my hands. It's been so long since I've done it. And pop this one on the end there. Okay. This has got to be the vase. This is maybe the outside edge parts. But I wonder what's with all the different colours. Maybe it just makes it easier to see what you're building. Let me look at these 4. And we're popping these on the outside edges as well. Yeah, so this is the edge of the vase, clearly. Oh, oops. Yeah, my hands definitely are still not quite up to doing what they're supposed to do. But it doesn't matter. There. So, yeah, I'm still be doing the gold edge along there, look. So, now we want one of these near there. Looking at this thing, I'm guessing it's the bigger size. Like that. There we go. So why did they tell us to do one like that and then do 3? Why didn't they just tell us to do all 4 together? Not sure that makes much sense. I'm hoping you guys can hear me alright. So, that's like we're flipping back over. We're grabbing this and 5. on the top there. Like that. Looks like now these four going on here. See, you told us to do 4 of them on this one. I wonder why they did the 3 then the 1 on the other one. Unless I missed something. I don't think I did. So these 4 going on the inside there. It's a nice way to build up the vase, it's quite cool. And then this is going to sit on here, okay? Clips in there. Okay, so we're getting there. Right, so we want 2 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these. So, putting these like that, 1 in there, and 1 opposite it. This is going. Sits in there and down through like that. Nope. That sits in there first, like that. In there, and that then sits down through there. There we go. Okay, so now we're taking these 2 yellows and we're popping them in here. And this one is then sitting on top. Let's get this the right way around. Like that. Yes, that's right. Looks like it. Oh, so these 2 are clearly spare pieces. Let's pop them in this bag. Pull that back in that bag. Box, and we're going to open bag 2. Not going to impress too much with the preparations. I don't need to tear across it over. So this one has a paper outside bag, but for some reason it has a plastic inside bag, unlike number 1 which had the paper one. It's a little disappointing. I'll keep it anyway because I keep all of the bags. So, let's go. I want one of these and one of these just slotted in. And then we want one of these ones and we're attaching it to it. Then we're taking another one of these onto there. And another one of these. Try and make sure we get this the right way round. Looks to be that way round. And one of these. One of these looks to be that way round, I think. These ones. And we're attaching it to there. And then one of them. And we want it that way. Okay, so it should look like that. Nope. Then this one set. I did. And then this here. That goes there, that goes there. That should have been one of them. Which then attached that to that. Good job for the checkpoint, otherwise I wouldn't have noticed I got it wrong. There you go. There, perfect. Okay. So put that one to the side. Starting with this and this one. Then we're putting this on the top, and one of these goes on the top. I'll make two of them, so that was these, doing one in here and one down here. That looks right, isn't it? No, that one should have been down there. We'll take that out in a minute when I can get it out. Hopefully we won't need it just yet. There you go. then. Probably should have done this when I was more awake. Should have had all of those on first. This is why I don't normally stream in the mornings, because my brain is not coherent enough. I actually don't know how I'm going to get that out. I'm going to have to get Duncan to get it out for me. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm guessing Duncan's been watching upstairs. He's come down to pull that out for me. Thank you.
Which bit?
That one. My camera, can you see how bad it is? It keeps flashing black. I don't know what's going on. No, it's not my camera. It's the actual thing. It's my whole feed.
Oh.
I've unplugged everything and replugged it all back in. Did you see it?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I unplugged everything. We've done it. Restart the stream, and it's still doing it.
Yeah, it's just that camera on the feed, though, isn't it? Because the camera on yourself is still fine.
I don't know. Every time I see it, the whole screen goes black. Is it just one camera? Is it?
I think so. It's not going to flicker now, is it?
I didn't check the connections to that.
Yeah.
It is just that one. Okay, check those connections up there for me. I didn't check those ones.
Oh.
Don't worry about moving. I can move it back.
Do you want to check on the
I checked those. I did all of that end. I just didn't check those ones.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if that stops it. Yeah, I've only been seeing it from the corner of my eyes. I didn't realise it was just one camera, not both of them doing it. Hopefully that's done it. Looking good so far. Awesome.
Yeah. Seems to be the longest it's survived so far. Okay.
No, we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be the HDMI, won't it?
I don't know. So I'm trying both. Let's try that, see if that does it. Nope, still did it. It's camera 3 in this feed, so it's this one. Sorry for those watching who are getting full of technical difficulties again. Each time I fix one thing, something else goes wrong. I got the follow girl up on my screen today.
Yeah.
Managed to get that to work today.
If this doesn't fix it, it might be the cable. I'm not too keen on these flat ribbon
No, I
type.
might have to switch the cable. I need to switch to a long one anyway. Maybe the one that's up there.
That's mini HDMI.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I have other cables. So far, so good.
Yeah. Oh, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I need to get back up.
Yep, and I get back to doing these flowers. Nope, still did it. Not fixed. these three, and these three. 1, 2, and 3. Ouch. One on there, one on there, and one on there. Okay. Oop. So that looks to be that way, and that on there, like that. Okay, so that's the first bit on. You can see that. Has it finished flashing? Hopefully. Hopefully it's sorted. Right, so we want 8 of these, so 2, 4, 6, 8 flowers, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. And we are putting 2 flowers on each. I guess. I suppose it probably doesn't really matter where I put them on, along the semi-opposites. A bit hard to tell just where it is. I do have the bonsai tree as well, but I've got it in pink form with the frogs. So I want to get it again so I can have it in leaf form as well. So at some point, hopefully, that will turn up on here. Ooh. There we go. So now we put them on these ends. So that in there, that one in there, that one in there, and then that one just goes on here, and we don't have one on the top at the moment. Okay, so we want one of these, 3 of these, 1 of these, 2 of these, 6 flowers, so that's 2, 4, 6 flowers, and 3 of these. 1, 2, that is 3 of them. Okay, so we're putting this on here. Which way round? That way round. Then one of these is going on top. One of these sits like that. I'll put 2 flowers on. Okay, so then we attach that to that. Flip upside down and attach that in there, and put 2 flowers on there. Do that twice. these are going to clip on here. One that way, one that way from the looks of it, so it's kind of like that. That one the wrong way around. That one should be that side, that one should be that side. Don't know if that's important, but I'm gonna put it the right way just to be sure. And that's what goes on the end here. That's why that one didn't have one on the end. So it goes like that. I'm so sorry about black screening. I don't know what's going on. Right. So we want 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. 3 of these. Ah, there's the third one. And then 3 of these. So take one of them. Pop it on there. Then we pop the top in. Do that 3 times. Nice and simple. And then pop them, put that way, and we should have one there, one here, and one here. That's looking pretty. Hiya, Happy. How you doing? Yeah, I thought I'd just do a little Lego. This is what I got for Mother and Sunday. I thought I'd just do this a bit this morning, but as you could probably tell, I'm having a few technical difficulties. I've tried resetting everything and the camera's still blinking on and off. I don't know what's going on. But I did manage to get my follower go up on screen today, so each time I fix something else goes wrong. I got Restream working again after it crashed out yesterday. I had to basically reconnect everything. So it's been a palaver. But how are you? You having a good day? I don't normally do mornings because I'm not normally awake enough to do mornings, but I really wanted to build my Lego and I couldn't think of a time to fit it in on my afternoon ones, so I thought I'd just do a Friday morning to do my Lego. And the one I'm building at the moment is the Plum Blossom, but I do have the Botanical Succulents to do as well. But I'm not sure we'll have time to do all of it, but we can give it a go. And that's if my camera doesn't crap out on me completely. I do not know what's going on with it. The only thing Duncan could think of is maybe the HDMI lead that came with it is not great because it's one of those thin flat things. I normally buy more braided ones to go with it, so I might have to check my drawer and see what I've got. But how's your day? What are you up to today? Lots of work going on? So, one of these, one flower, and one of them. And then what am I doing with it? Just leaving it like that? I guess for the minute. 4 of these. What's going on here? These are being flipped upside down and they're just sitting on like that. Yeah, I stopped the stream and restarted my stream after unplugging everything and plugging it all back in and shutting down all the software and everything, and it hasn't helped. So I'm out of ideas. So yeah, the lead is the last thing we can think of, so I'm going to try to dig out another lead and see what's going on there. But I thought I'm on a limited time because there's another stream I watch at 12. If she's still on, I'm assuming Emmy's going to be on at 12. So that's really getting annoying, isn't it? But so I was aiming to only stream until 12, so just a couple of hours. But I don't know what to do if it's going to keep doing this. But a few days off next week, so I'm finishing bits up until I get a 5-day weekend. 5-day weekend, nice! That's my kind of weekend. Good luck on getting things finished. I am going to see if I can catch a different HDMI lead a minute. Problem is I have a lot of mini HDMIs to HDMIs from my other camera, so I've got to work out which one's which. I think those ones are both normal HDMIs. What's this braided one? I think they're normal HDMI. Should we try these? I'm not very good at looking at things and working out what the leads are. Normally I get Duncan to tell me. What I can do is put it in the back in one of the camera slots not in use for a minute to check that it fits. And if it fits, I know it's the right lead. Because the ATEM can take 8 cameras. So hopefully this lead is long enough. Let's see if it goes in. No, okay, not a HDMI lead. I guess this one is a display port lead. Pack it away properly in a minute. That's what I mean. I'm very bad at knowing what leads are what. I know that one's a HDMI to mini HDMI for definite. This one says HDMI on it, so that's helpful. It's not one of my braided leads, but it might do if I can get the things off of it. Yeah, kind of hoping I can make these Friday mornings a regular thing, but depends on how I cope. Let's see. Let's see if this one fits. Sorry, I'm way up close to the camera right now. Okay, yes, that's a HDMI. Let's try switching. Right, camera's going to go blank for a second while I attempt to switch this over. Right, let's try that one. Let's get rid of this old one. Right, seeing all my beads and everything else in the background there now. Back down. Right, let's see if that one works any better, shall we? Get back in position. There. Right, let's see if that one stops flashing, shall we? If this doesn't work, then I don't know what, because these are new cameras, so if the camera's going crappy on me already, I'm going to be annoyed, because these were not cheap. Because it took a lot to find webcams that are HDMI. Most webcams are USB, so it took a lot to find them. and they have such a wide coverage. What you see is just a very small amount. I've actually got it completely zoomed in, because otherwise you see basically my whole room, my tower, my desk and everything. So these are really good cameras, so I'm hoping it's not the camera itself. But I haven't seen a flash yet, so hopefully it's just the HDMI and we're good. And if that's the case, I'll probably switch the face cam one over later tonight, so that we don't have the issues with that one. But fingers crossed. Let me know if it flashes again. I don't know what I'm doing too much this weekend. I have a steampunk meetup on Saturday, but other than that, I think it's just put back to wall show preps. Right, I'm going to put these on here. I've still got some stitch markers to finish. I didn't get them all done yesterday. After I got off my live, Duncan massaged the hell out of my shoulder and my arms to try to reduce the pain a bit. And then I had an early night because the pain was getting to the point of crying in the corner. So I was just trying very hard to not do too much. We need to bend these in apparently. Like that. Okay. And then one of these on here. Okay, I don't. One of these. This is interesting. Ouch. They are painful on the fingers. And then one of these going in the. Let's go in the middle, because that's all took up. Does it not push all the way down? Oh, no. That on there, then we should have flipped. And that goes on there, and then that goes on there. Okay, there you go, I didn't flip it. So it goes like that. So it's one of the blooms. Oh, looks like we've got to do that 3 times. Okay, so that's one. Could have done with that from the beginning. So, there was 4 of them, 1 of them, 1 of them, 1 of them. That and that. Went on there. These went on here. And then these 4 went on these ones. You got anything nice planned for your 5-day weekend? Going away anywhere nice? Duncan was saying some people have been saying we're going to be getting a heat wave, so you might have some good weather for it. I think before I turn over the page to finish that, I'm just going to do this one as well. So I've got one more bag to go, so I'm not sure what the rest of it is we're building. Lots of house jobs to do. You get the fun of being an adult. This is the thing. You can take time off work. Duncan takes time off. But you don't get time to play because all the stuff you couldn't do while you're working, you have to do when you're not working. So getting all the house sorted is... and doing any shopping and all that stuff sucks. I actually don't know the last time I had a holiday. Nope. I don't like the first time. We took a holiday when the boys were younger, but it wasn't really a holiday for me because it was Duncan's in-laws, not Duncan's brother's in-laws holiday home in Spain. Beautiful place, absolutely stunning there. But because the kids were young and they had very high cleaning standards, no sand in the beach house, I didn't get any time off. So it wasn't really a holiday as far as I'm concerned. So I think when I was 12 and I had a holiday with my dad, it was the last time I had a holiday, I think. The one time Duncan booked a time away for us, COVID happened, lockdown happened, and we never got to go anywhere. And since then we're just always busy with wall shows and things when he's got time off, so we don't get to go anywhere. So hopefully time off for the first 5-day weekend and some fun on the second one. That sounds like good fun. You get 2 5-day weekends. I booked 3 days off this week and 1 day off next week, but we have 2 bank holidays. Do we have 2 bank holidays next week? I never know when the bank holidays are. If we've got bank holidays, that means Duncan's got some time off. Ooh. Yay. I think he's booked some time off anyway. Yeah, we're just going to steampunk on Saturday, and then I think wall show prep Sunday, and that's our entire plans basically. We never really make many more plans when we're doing a steampunk group because we never know how long the group's going to go on for. We meet up, say around 12, at a local pub, and then we just decide what we're going to do. Whether we usually have food, and then we kind of just hang around until we get bored and go home. So sometimes that could be reasonably early, sometimes slightly late. Never really late, none of us do late, we're too old for that crap. But sometimes a little later. Right. Okay, so this is going in here, up that way. So that one like that. Then this one is going in here, I guess, in between. And there. Oop. Pull it off of there. There. And then that one on there, I guess. Oop. Get back on there. There. That looks about right. What do we think? Yeah, he gets bank holidays off, so I think he's got it in our calendar. Let's have a look what's our calendar says. Has he got any time off? He's booked off from the 10th until the 16th. The 16th is our wedding anniversary, so he's booked off for that time. And we've got the wall show, so we booked off some time for that. So I guess it's probably fitting around that. No streams from Emmy, so I don't have quite as tight a timeline as I thought I did. Yeah, Duncan's not mentioned Thingamabobby. He never does. I think he just assumes I know, but I don't. I'm very bad at knowing these things. Okay, so I guess that little spare pieces. Alexa, stop. I don't know what she's going on about. Number 3. Yes, in 2 weeks' time is Good Friday, I think. Then the Monday is a bank holiday. Oh, of course, yes, that's coming up, isn't it? Because half-term and things are coming up. I never know when half-term and things is, because my boys were home educated. And though Mally's at college, he doesn't tell me when he's got time off and on and things. He's not particularly bothered by that sort of stuff. He just goes and comes and tells me he's going to be home on any particular day. So I don't keep track of them all. But yeah, Easter holidays must be coming up, mustn't it? Your kids finished today? Oh, so yeah, so it's probably coming up. Our neighbour's grandson's going to be in the area. I think he said he was coming the 5th, so I'm guessing he's breaking up as well. He's got to be in secondary school. But he washes cars to make money. And so he always messages to say when he's coming to whether we want our car washed or not, which is really handy. My youngest son's getting his car washed, getting both of his car washed. But normally we get ours done, but between MOTs and being out and about, and being an expensive month for birthdays and wedding anniversaries and wall shows and things, we've had to say no this month. Because after our wedding anniversary on the 16th, it's actually my youngest son's 20th birthday on the brain fart. 9 days later. So yeah, it's an expensive month for us this month. Yeah, 25th. That's the word I was looking for. 25th. Could not make my brain say that. Like 2 rings, I don't know what they're for. Guess we'll find out in a minute. Kind of glad my kids aren't in the school system nowadays. I didn't like the system before, which is why mine were home educated. But how strict they've got on taking kids out of school during term time is insane. I mean, there's people being fined for their children be off of school when they've lost a parent, for God's sake. It's like the last thing a child wants to be doing is attending school when they're grieving the loss of their parent. And yet there's schools fining the kids for it. Or fining the parents for it. I mean, that's insanity. So I'm glad my boys don't have to do any of that stuff. And let's face it, the cost of holidays nowadays, it's more sense to take kids out during term time. Right, so we've got one of these, one of these. Pop that on there. One that way. Okay, so I guess we're building the one that's going to go on the other yellow one that we got there. I was wondering when that was going to get filled. See if I can do this right first time. I haven't noticed it flickering since I changed the lead. Has it flickered? One in there. That one there. And that one's going on there. That's right, I think. Yes, look at that. Got that one right first time. Yay. I complained to our school over this. The school send an email every week ranking the class on their attendance. What? A class with 100% gets a prize. I was furious. Kids should be allowed off. There are encouraging Polish children go in and they are making kids peer. That is horrendous. Well, who idiot come up with that idea? Children get ill because, let's face it, schools are a breeding thing of germs. And then you've got children who have various disability things. I mean, the amount of children who have things like I do with ME and FND and things I see in my groups, there's no way they could attend regularly, and to put that pressure on them would make them sicker. But that's absolutely horrendous. Yeah, it makes me angry and my kids aren't in the school system anymore. That is absolutely horrendous. I mean, how could they punish a child for being sick? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, as long as they're getting an education, it doesn't matter if they're off of school for a bit. I mean, travelling around the world or going on a holiday to some lovely, that's still an education. You know, you're going to learn how to navigate airplanes, trains, foreign language, foreign currency. That's an education that you need in life. So going on holiday is actually a good thing for a child. And taking time off when you're sick is something they need to learn that they need to do, because if you don't take time off and you work, not only do you make other people around you sick, but you make yourself sicker because you don't get the rest and recovery that you need. Yeah, not all children are the same. In fact, I don't know any children that's the same. This one size fits all thing is just bullshit, quite frankly. I think that's disgusting. I don't know if I'll ever have grandchildren, but if I do, then I'll probably be very happy to support them. If my children decided to home educate, I'd help with it, because I don't want them in the school system when it's like that. That's the pressure they put on the parents and the children is just insane. I mean, the amount of homework and the amount of GCSEs and things they do nowadays, it's like, that's too much. There's a really strong push to get school street. 97% attendance. That's way too high. No, 97% attendance is insane. I mean, you think about how many illnesses go around in an average year, and most of them orientate schools. Orientate. I can't say. You know the word I mean. To expect a child to attend 97% of the time is absolutely insanity. I can't believe they think this is a good idea for the child's mental health, let alone their physical health. Because I don't care how smart you are or how much you love school, there's times you need a break. I mean, there's times as adults we need a break, and we have more control over our situation than children do. Within reason, obviously. It's not like we can choose not to work, but we can choose to not be bullied into things, where children often don't have a choice. They're told they have to do something, whether they find it detrimental to their health or not. They don't have the same protections. I did once get told that I was a bad mother for not sending my children to school and home educating them because they'd never experienced bullying. And if they didn't experience bullying, how would they know how to cope with bullying when they got as an adult in the workforce? I'm like, that's your argument for sending a child to school? They need to be bullied so they know how to cope with being bullied as an adult? How about teach people not to be bullies, and to teach yourself to stand up and say, no, I will not take this. This is not the way you should treat me. And that's what I taught my children, how to know their limits. I can't believe some people's argument for me not sending my kids to school was that they need to be able to cope with bullying. What insane world do people think that as an adult, we should have to put up with bullying. But damn well, I wouldn't. It's not just kids being sick, although that's a big part. Humans have different requirements. Plenty of you can't say 3% of the time is a lot for anyone. Yeah, exactly. I mean, for starters, everybody has a different sleep amount that they need. I mean, you know, they say that people need 8 hours sleep. In fact, recent research says that women actually need more than that. They need about 10 hours sleep. But someone who is like Emmy, chronic fatigue and all that sort of stuff, they need much longer. A child who is undiagnosed for something and is masking continuously, that's a lot of fatigue on their body. They need more rest, and you can't expect them to cope in the normal hours that someone else can cope with, who isn't having to mask their ADHD, their autism, their whatever, you know? It's tiring. You hate the whole life is hard and kids need to know. Yeah, no. Life is only hard if you allow someone to treat you like crap. I mean, life is hard, don't get me wrong, but it's made harder by being taught that we have to allow people to treat you like crap. In workforces, in relationships, in so many dynamics. And it's like, no, we shouldn't allow somebody to make us feel bad and treat us like crap and to gaslight us and to say that you have to do something because they want you to do it. It should be that you have control over who can treat you in what way. How about we try and make life better for everyone rather than try and make everyone else? Yes, exactly. You should be able to make everyone happy. You should leave the day knowing you've made someone smile and made their life better, not that you've made their life worse to make yourself feel better. Because 9 times out of 10, someone who's making you feel bad is doing it because they have a crappy life, and instead of trying to improve that life and bringing goodness into them, they try to punish other people to make them have a crappier life, which is just a ridiculous way to live. I try very hard to make sure people leave feeling like they've had a better time, not a worse time, when they're around me. Which isn't always easy, but I try. Yeah, exactly. They are insecure about the South. They want kids to experience that bullying, and it's insane. Yeah. They need to know that they can be happy, they can make others happy, and that's okay. You don't want to suffer. And you shouldn't want other people to suffer from it all. I don't know if I'm putting this the right way around. No, I think it should be the opposite way around. Should be that way around. Like that. Maybe like that, I think. Yeah, I for several years got into a really dark place, and I struggled a lot with a lot of things, but I never once wanted to make other people be in that dark place with me. I hid what I was feeling in the hope that other people wouldn't feel what I was feeling. And I masked a lot of my life, and I'm trying very hard not to do that anymore, and to make my life better, but I still don't want to make other people suffer. It's like people who accuse me of faking my illnesses and my disabilities. I still don't wish it on them. I don't want them to understand. It'd be nice if they understand, but if they understood truly what I go through and how much pain I'm in on a daily basis, they'd be suffering just as bad as me, and I don't want that for anyone. Why would I want to bring pain and suffering on someone? It makes no sense to me. But people are weird, aren't they? Right, I think that is it. Oh, No, there we go. I wondered what all these bits were for, but we're getting there, look. It's looking really cool. And I don't know what else we're adding on where. There's got to be something on somewhere. What have we got left? Oh, it looks like we're going to put a blossom here and one down here. That might be it, just these, possibly. And then the soil in the bottom. So we're getting there. Right. So we want to take one of these rings. I'm going to be building 2 of these, so we get to see what these rings are for then. We put one of these in. Then we take one of these, put one of these on. And we're putting that in the middle there. Okay. Out a bit. Knocked that off. We'll just put that back on in a minute. That's. Yeah, there we go. That's secure. There. Okay, then we're taking one of these, and a flower. Putting the flower on the bottom there. Okay. One of these and putting it that way round. Okay. And then that's sitting on there. Like that. Okay, so we want 5 of them. It's looking really nice, isn't it? Ugh. If I can make my fingers do what they're supposed to do, even better. Yeah, turn over. That like my abuser. There we go. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. One more. And that's 5. I guess we just kind of put them around evenly. Even that out, I guess. And then taking one of these, going in the middle with it. And then one of these are going up here. I'm going to do 2 of them. So, do that all over again. Do all 5 of these for a minute. These, wasn't it? Oh. Oh. Can't count, didn't build the 5th. Attaching it. Just attach to the bay. Yeah, just sits on the way of it. So one on there and one on here from the looks of it. Like that. That's right. And then we put all of these bits in here as the soil, which we just dump in. That's the one thing I don't quite like about these flowers, is the soil is literally done by just dumping loose pieces in. It's the same on my bonsai, it's just a bunch of loose pieces. I'd rather they'd had some kind of fitted thing, but that's one spare. Now I think we're done. Yes. So it should look like that. Let's have a look. Yes, I think that looks right. Woohoo! Right, so now we are officially done. There. So try to do this without spilling out all of those. There. What do you think? I quite like that. See if we can show it that way. There. That's really pretty, and I think that's going to look great on my Lego shelf. I've got a shelf that's pure Lego flowers. It's got a couple of other Lego things on it that'll come off in a minute. But I'm really happy with that. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. Also taking 1 hour 15 minutes, including time for messing up with my camera. So that's not too bad. Put that back in there. So I have the succulents to do next. My youngest ones only do half day, so I'm going to have to drop them off in a minute. Oh, no worries. The half days were great, because mine did do nursery. They just didn't do mains. My youngest never did any of it. My oldest two did do nursery and a year or two at school before they got took out. And the half days were fabulous, but it's a pain in the arse when you're trying to do anything for the day because you've only got to fit it in that short time. This is glued down as well. Why have they suddenly started gluing the boxes down? It makes it so much harder to get things out. I don't want to rip the box too much. I like keeping the boxes. So now these are back to the plastic bags. Oh yeah, a whole day in nursery for them. That's a lot. I think it's too much for them. So definitely half days is better for them. Just a pain in the arse for the parents. Though my oldest thoroughly enjoyed nursery. They had lots of Lego and puzzles and things, and he just spent the whole time doing that. But my middle one didn't enjoy it in any shape or form. Why is the instructions in a box? down. What is with the obsession with gluing things down? It's so much harder to keep it neat. Why did they do that? Why did they put them in? Okay, look. Several books. 2, 3, book 1, and we're in the process of switching from plastic to paper. Ah, okay, so they're still switching, which is why I've got to plastic on these, but I've got paper on the other ones. So I guess it's just taking time to switch it all over. Put that back in there. Okay, so shall we start with book 1? Which I assume is going to be back then, so let's have a look, see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to these Lego succulents. Okay, yeah, so bag 1. Oh, does this one come with a thing? Yeah. Nice. I had my scissors prepared, ready for the last one, but I didn't need it because they were paper bags. Two extra bags of our little thing. You can grab a drink. I don't know how many of these I'll get done. It depends what time Duncan comes down. We were both aiming for 12 because I was going to raid into Emmy and end my stream so I could watch Emmy. But she's not streaming now because she's not very well, bless her, so I don't know what time I finish now. I'm trying to think who else streams on a Friday. Cold's on a Friday now, but what? Is she 1 o'clock? I can't remember what time her streams are. I'm expecting a lot more green and a lot less black. Right, so we want one of these. Oh yeah, we'll have to open these bags, isn't it? I don't normally sort the little bags, there's not usually that many in there, but we've got 2 little bags with quite a bit in today. Don't fully sort it, but just give it a rough idea of what we got. Put this one over this side. A lot more of the green in it. Oh, there you go. Okay, it should be pretty simple to spot the bits in there without needing to do too much of a sort. Okay, so we needed one of these, and it was going on there. And then we need 3 more, and 4 of these, and they're going in between. The slope going inwards. We want one of these, one of these, and one of these. So that way and that way, and then that's going in the middle there. Right, 4 of these, 2, 4, 8 of these, 2, 4, 6 and 8. So it's like 4 corners. And then these. Just want to fit on there. Okay, that's nice and simple. Right, now we want 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So corners naturally sit on the corners. And then these sit in between, inwards. Right, now we want 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and 4 of this side. These 4. Which we just put together that way round. Poking out that way. Let's go drop them off. Thanks for joining me, Happy. Have a nice, lovely 5-day weekend. Hopefully you get all the housework done and you get some time to have some fun. But you take care and hopefully I'll catch you again soon. those. Open all upside down. Oh, definitely the right way around. There we go. One of them. 4 of these. And 1 of these. And that's 6. Yeah. Cool. Right. 4 of these. 4 of these. And 4 of these. So we said one of these and one of these. Pop. That on one side. And this on the other. Do that 4 times. Someone needs to invent pushy things so that it doesn't hurt your hands so much to do this. I don't want to stop building Lego because Lego is fun. Damn, it can hurt sometimes. Right. Then we are putting them on like that. And those bits there. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Right. Now we're taking one red thing and we're putting it in the side here. Don't know why, but we are. So this is the orange Echeveria, also known as the orange Monroe. This succulent boasts adorable rosettes and varying shades of orange and green. Cool. Right, so that one's going to the side. I think the changing the lead seems to have stopped that flashing. I haven't noticed it for a while. Yay! So it was the lead. Right. One of these and one of these. In the middle. And then at the top. 2 of these going around. Four of these. And 8 of these again. 2, 4, 6, 8. And again, doing corners and around. Four of these, 2 of these, and 4 corners. There we Right, there. One of these moves along one edge. And then we want 3 of these. These ones. 1, 2, and 3. And they sit. One more of these, and one more of them. That's going on top there. Make sure it's facing the way they've done it, and then we know we're putting it on the opposite one. So that one's got to go on that side instead this time. And then square these again. 1, 2, 3. And again, we're just sticking that on. Right. And then all of them on top. And these going that way. All the way down. We'll leave it there for the minute and we'll see if it goes all the way down when we get to the next part for that, I think. Right, we want then 3 of these. 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll take one of these. We're putting one of these on each one. So flat. And we're taking these ones in. Actually put these in that way like that. And then we're flicking those up like that. Okay, so that does go all the way down through because that's then going on there. And then taking one of these and one of these, and popping it on the top there. And that's going down in there. Okay, interesting. And one of them is going up in there. These are soft, kind of bubbly, bendy, which is intriguing for Lego. I've never had that with Lego. There. I want 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. To attach these ones, I assume. Those are the bigger ones. No, it looks like these ones. The other one's attached differently. Make sure you get these the right way around. Should have been on the top there, not the bottom. There. Put them on backwards. They need to be turned around that way. Like that. Three more. 1, 2, and 3. Do the same thing with these. And we'll probably then on the remaining 3. So we're going to go right way around this time. So that one on there. On there. And that one needs to go on there. I'm wondering if I need to shift them slightly. Picture. From the top. Yeah, I think they should be more spread. I think that needs to shift around slightly. Shift there a bit more. Possibly have these two switch positions. Put that on that side, and that on that side. I think that one needs to go that way, and that one that way. There we go. I think that's more evenly spread. There. That's a bit better. Okay, so we're on these 3 now. And these 3. It looks like going like that. And these are sitting on these here. Get the right way round. Should be that way round. I think that's that one done. That one doesn't have us put a red thing on it. Don't know what that's for. I don't know if we'll be joining them together. Maybe join together. Yeah, it looks like they might be modular. So this is the one we end up joining them all together at the end. That's the image. Yeah, I think they all get connected together at the end. I may not do that, so I may end up taking the red bits out. So I can place them individually around rather than one solid lump. But we'll just wait and see how it goes. Okay, so on to the last one of this pack. These two. This one, I'll open it top there. We're taking 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of them there. So that's going in the middle. Ouch. Put one there. One there, and one there. I'm taking 4 of these, and over again, 2, 4, 6, 8. And we're doing the usual round around here. And then the usual on these. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Ouch. That's them done. Okay, so now we want this one. We want these two. Want that one. We want that. So popping these two on. And then that's sitting in there. Like that. Okay, so we want one of them. I don't have one. Oh, there it is, it's rolled under the box. There we go. Got wide for a minute then. One of them. 2 of these. 2 of these. I'll stop one anyway. And 2 of these. So we take that and it goes onto there. Come on. Put it the right way. That would be the obvious answer. Put one on there. That. And there. Do the same thing with this one. That on there. they line up? No, they should be half and half. Looks like that. Oh, and that goes on top. Nearly forgot that. There, like that. And we're popping that on here. Okay. One of these, 4 of these. So. I wonder what's for lunch today. I'm hungry. Didn't have breakfast that long ago. Well, a few hours ago now actually, but I'm still hungry. Hello. What's for lunch?
Salmon.
Ooh, yummy. That's going on there. Then we're going to take 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And then 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 of them. We're going to build them. So we'll take one of these, put it that way. And then take one of these. Nope. Try that again. Should be hanging over like that. And then that goes on there. Oh, still wrong way around. Wow. Come on, Sonia. It's a simple task. Put that one down there. And then that one down there. There we go. That way around. Do 8 of those, so see if we can get it right the first time from now on. So if you can hear noise in the background, Duncan is now cooking lunch. Yay! So I will stream until lunch is ready and then I will stop. Whew, don't know if you can hear that, but my belly is rumbling. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Picked up 2 more than I needed. Okay, so we'll put them all on the top, looking at that, and then we'll put them that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 of those. 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I assume the remaining 8 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8. So we're taking one of these. We're putting it that way around. And one of these on the bottom, sticking out like that. That looks right, I think. Yes. Okay, basically the same sort of thing we did last time, but in a bigger scale. Piece. Those around the remaining 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then looks like we're sticking one of these in here. Again, I probably am going to end up removing them. That's that one done. Yeah, so I'm supposed to put it, that one like that, and then that one like that, there. And these lots of spares. That's the first book done. Looks like the remaining red ones go in here and here. Like that. Yeah. Pop them. One. Nope. Absolutely can open enough. On the book 2. What do you think? What do you think, darling? As
Yeah,
I stood there staring.
Yeah, very good.
Very cool. I don't think I'll keep them together. I'll put it together for now as the pack shows, but I'll probably have them separated up on the shelf so that I've got more room to play where I put them. That's the best bet, but they're quite cool, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're so pretty. Now we're doing the middle 3. Looks like that's that one, so we're doing that line now. That's going to be bag 2, I'm assuming. Have a drink a minute. Let's see. There. So see, it gives me more room to manoeuvre. Nice and simple. Okay, so we'll start with one of these. We're obviously building the face again, but we've got a different colour in here. That one there. And these are just guns. Why didn't they just tell us all four of them at one go? The small ones sit small. Let's just put these around and I'll open it up. This one. Okay. So we want one of these and that one. And we are putting it on there for the looks of it. This one. And then the same way, like that. There. And we're taking this bag, not this bag. They're running away. And then let's sit in the middle. And we take 8 of the brown ones. Put them in here for the looks of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Double stack. And around the edge. assuming they just base the corners on each. Okay, so we're flipping over all 4 red, these ones, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And they are just going in here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Flip it back over. Again, one of these. One of these. And that. So we're putting that in that way, and that in there, and that's going in like that. Yep. And then that's going to sit in there. So it just sits in there, doesn't actually connect to anything. And then we'll put another one of these in here. Not sure I like that doesn't sit, connect to anything. But I'm not sure what I could do about that, so I'll just have to leave it like that. I think that's that one done. Yeah, that's that one done, so we're moving on to the next one. Both of those. And move those around. Done this bit so many times now, we don't really need to look at the instructions, do we? Okay, so we want this one and that one. So that one's going in the middle, and this one's then sitting on top. We're taking this and one of these. That's going in like that, and then this is going down through. And I'm just caught up with it. We're taking one of these and pop it on top. It goes at an angle. We'll take one of these and this one. Putting that on there. Flipping that so it goes that way around. Out. And it sits like that. Come back here. That's going to go that way around. And then we're flipping it back up. And we are putting this on the top of that. taking 4 of these, so 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Stop running away. 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 of them. We actually need 12 of these things, not 4. I'm making 4 of them. It's not lining up, did I? Put one on crooked. Yeah, it's not quite lining up. There we go, that one's lining up better. That's one. The rest of these. 1, 2. One of these might be incorrect. Get that one off a minute. Good. Yeah, it was user error. I was just not putting it on quite straight, so that's why it wasn't connecting. Now they're all done. Right. So that up that way. These sitting that way, connecting there. Crossing over each other. Like that. 2, 3, 4. 4 of these. Connecting that on the bottom one there. And then these are connecting into the ground bits here. Okay, and that's crossing over each other like that. Straighten them a little. There. So that's like that. Assume that's correct. Now we're taking 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4 petals. And connecting them on. And we're now putting them on that one. Yeah. That one on there. That on there. That one on there. So they're just sitting nicely in between the last ones, giving us the nice overlap that we want. That one on there. So they're sitting like that. That one. To that angle. To that angle slightly. There, like that. Okay, now popping this on here. And now on these red ones, going into that corner there. I think that's it for that one. Yep. So that's that one, which I think is really pretty and comes together really nicely. Put that one up there with that one. And we start on the last one here. Last one for this book anyway. So, I'm going to take this in the middle, these two on the outside the edge, and these again. And I'm going to do this again. that one. This one. Building all of this in one go probably wasn't my best plan. My hands are killing me. One of them. One of them. And on two of these. Put it that way. One of these again. One of these on top. Two of these. And one of these. Side, we now want half of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 8. And 4 of these. Okay. So we've got 2 of these side by side with 1 of these on it. Okay, we'll do 4 then. Yeah. Don't know when I'll do Lego again, because unless I get some for my birthday, I don't know when I'll get any more. But if and when I get more Lego, I will do another stream with building it. because it's quite nice to have people to chat to while I do it. But I don't buy Lego very often. We have a big collection of Lego, but we get them for birthdays and Christmases and that sort of thing. It's not that we just go out and buy them willy-nilly. Not quite, so I haven't got it. Hang on, so. Oh, perhaps I'll pull this apart again. It goes all into the corner like that. Okay. And not into the holes into the corners. So they're flush like that. So these are stacking like the other ones did then. There we go. So it goes like that. Then we take this one and we're popping that on the top there. Like that. And it looks like we're popping that on that rod. So that sits on there like that. Bits, so we want one of them or one of them. We want two of them in fact. That way around. 8 of these, 2, 4, 6 and 8. I know it says put them together first, but it'll just be easier to do it this way. There we go. Number 2. On top diagonally from the looks of that. Four times them, 8 of these, yeah, so same as we just did basically. Doing it this way, and you have to push things together once instead of twice for each of these, which is a little less on my hands. Okay, that's them. Okay, so now we're taking all of these. Basically most of this stuff, pink stuff, so let's see. One of them. One of them going in there. And then we're taking one of these and putting it there. Now, one of these, putting it there. And then we're taking one of these flowers and popping it on there. Looks like we're doing that 8 times. do like the colours they've chose on these. At first, you think succulents are often just green. That's what I grew up with, just basically green succulents, cactuses and things. But seeing all these pretty colours reminds you of just the variety of succulents there are, which is why I wanted these succulent packs and things. They're just so pretty. Getting there. Okay, so now I'm taking this way. Yes, this way. Now putting that way around, I think. And then that one that way round. Right, so they're all up and down, I think. Yep. Looks good. Okay, I'm taking this and this. Putting that in there. And one of these flowers on the top. On there, like that, and then that's going to sit on top there. Look at that. How pretty does that look? Now we take one and connect it there, and that one connect it there, and that's those ones done. Two of these, we put one there and one there. And because I assume they're going to connect on like that somewhere, but they haven't told us yet, so I'm not going to yet. But that's those ones done. So these are what we got so far. Aren't they looking pretty? Let's put these spare pieces away. I got spare pieces. Did I miss something? Double check I didn't miss anything. I got spare pieces on that. Probably missed something really obvious. Ah, yes. Okay. The flowers go on top these. Like that. There we go. don't get indented in, they stick out. And I checked that before I packed them away. Good job, this is simple to fix, isn't it? There we go. Now it's better. Now they're all correct. And not quite so many spare pieces. Now we're on to book 3. Time is it? What? Uncle's probably going to be coming down for lunch in a minute. No, do you have time to do 3? But let's assume we have time. Running away. I heard it, but I can't see it. Alright, so we know we've got a piece missing. It's probably one of these, as they seem to be rolling everywhere. Hopefully there was a spare. I just had a piece roll. Can you see it? Going to assume it's one of these because they were rolling everywhere, but I don't know. I can't see it. Oh, this is long gone then. Never mind. Hopefully it's a spare piece. Right, so we're going to build these two together. Looks like we're doing the same as before, so I haven't sorted the pieces this time because now I'm on a time crunch. Now Duncan's down, that means it's lunchtime and lunch will be coming out in a minute. Done the base, which was pretty simple and quick to do, don't really need to explain that again. Taking one of these, one of these, one of these, and one of these. I want 4 of them actually. 1, 2, 3. One going on the underside. Reese came in and left, he put some forms down there on the table. go. Put this one on. And then put the flower on the top. That's nice and simple. That's already going in. So it's just sitting in the middle. And then we're taking 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And they are all going around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that one go in there. Oh, is that the first one built already? That didn't take long. Nice cute little one. Okay. Next one. 2 of these again. And all of them go around. Normal on the top ones again. I appreciate they want these all to fit together coherently, which is why they've done them all exactly the same. It would have been nice to have a little bit of variety for each of the pots, so they all had their own little personality. But I guess they're just trying to make the actual succulents speak for themselves, so not worrying too much about these, I guess. Which is fair enough. 2 of them. 1 colour, 2 ones. Two of these. 2 of them. That side. 2 of those. Okay, so we'll take 1 of them. Put that on one side. That on another. That there. Second one there. Oh. Hey, thank you for the raid. I actually heard that come through. I don't know if that actually showed up on my screen or not, but that's a start. I haven't heard it come through before, so maybe the alerts are working finally. Hello, new friend. Welcome all. There's quite a few of you there, so let me see if I can see all your names. There we have Creating with Cara, Dark Sky Bills, Pyax, is that? Sorry if I say it wrong. Kittles, another bricking. So thank you all of you, thank you for coming in. I'm actually just finishing off the last lot and then I'm going to lunch, so I'm not going to be on for much longer, but so far we've got these all built today, and we also built the plum one today. So today's Lego, but I tend to do Tuesdays I do gaming, Thursdays I do crafts, and then today's my first Friday stream. I had this Lego for Mother and Sunday. My boys bought me these, so I thought I'd build it on stream because I really like it. So you're from Australia? Oh wow! So what time is it there for you? It's 1:10 in the afternoon here for me, so in the UK. Yeah, these are really gorgeous sets to build. I'm actually really enjoying them. Oh, thank you for the follow. 10:10 p.m. here. Oh, so it's just the end of your day for you there. So your weekend's really starting. Thank you for the follow as well, Creating with Cara. Yeah, my weekend's still got another whole day of the Friday, but I'm going to have a pretty much relaxed day after I've done this. I've not got much else planned. Yeah, I'm UK based, so I'm in England, down south. Bricko for short. Cara is my missus. Well, welcome both of you. Starting a day with Lego's not be able. No. Day with Lego is always a good day, as far as I'm concerned. We really love Lego in this house. There's quite a few of us with Lego. My husband and my 3 boys, who are all adults. We all love Lego. My middle one not so much now, but the rest of us, we love it. More UK friends, we can tell a coop. Yay! Always love more UK friends, and I love Australian. The thing is, most of my followers on my YouTube channel have always been American, so it's actually really quite nice to have people from other places turning up on my Twitch, because I don't have many other time zone people. Right, where are we on this? So we want one of these. We may be down a piece. When I opened the bag, something rolled off, and both myself and my husband have had a look, and we can't find it. You're from New Zealand. Oh, even fun. Nice. I had a friend who emigrated to New Zealand many years ago, and the pictures she sent me were absolutely stunning. UK is pretty, but it doesn't have the beauty of the landscapes of New Zealand and Australia and things. Though, to be fair, I'm terrified to go to Australia because I don't like spiders and things at the best of times, and then you got some seriously bad spiders over there. So Australia freaks me out. But my middle son wants to go and live in Australia. I've got a couple of cousins who did work, like the work visa over there, and then they ended up staying. They loved it so much. They've been there for years now. But I very rarely leave the UK. Not by choice, but just I can't. I have a wheelchair that I use a lot, and I'm afraid to put it on planes because I've seen what they do to them. So we don't tend to go on holidays. Not that I can afford it, but right. So we're gonna do this. I've got to get this done before my husband finishes lunch. He's in the kitchen cooking lunch right now. He works from home, so he cooks lunch most days for us. Because I can't be trusted with knives and hot stuff because of vertigo and tremors and things. So he does most of that sort of stuff. So he's out there cooking that. I believe I got salmon today, which is going to be quite nice. Then we're just popping them on like that from the looks of it. Yeah, I think it's one of these ones that's rolled away, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll find out. What were you doing on your stream anyway? I don't think my thing's set up to tell me what you were doing. Thank you for the follow. I'm just kind of learning how to get the alerts running for me. Don't know if it says on here. Yeah, I don't think mine says what you were doing. So what were you doing on your stream? Have you had a good day? You started building the Lego set 21332, the globe. Ooh, nice. Damn, app crash, nearly lost you. Oh. I've been having a few issues myself. Yesterday while I was live, I use Restream to do YouTube and Twitch simultaneously, and for some reason Restream logged out of the chat and completely lost it. Don't know why. I had to reconnect everything this morning when I got up, and then the camera that's pointing down, the HDMI lead for that started messing up. Took me ages. I unplugged everything, restarted my stream, couldn't work out what was going on, and then we finally changed the HDMI lead, and now it's not doing it. It was cutting out and on and out continuously, and it really done my head in. So I've had a lot of issues with streams today. But I actually, for the first time, I had an alert sound, which means I must have worked out how to get that working. Taking part in a charity raid train on a Monday night. Train starts in just under an hour, so I wanted to get a head start on the build so I can start the actual globe during the charity. Oh, good luck with your charity event. I'll have to pop over and have a look. Had to go back to Kill's chat. It's always a good idea to shout the raid target. Yeah, this is the thing. I've been left behind on raids before, and I don't know why. Because I'm in the chat, I'm ready to go to the raid, and then for some reason everyone goes and I don't. They haven't always said who it was raiding to, so I haven't always been able to follow. I guess YouTube just, Twitch just likes to have funny 5 minutes, doesn't it? Right. So we've done that one, which is going to attach to there, and then that's going on there like that. I've got that attached to the wrong one. That should be attached to that one. There, like that. There we go. And then I think looks like we're basically building the same thing again.